Hello everybody, my name is gregarganda. Today I'm going to be talking about Casablanca on the Burns redo. This film is basically about two lovers who were at one time lovers, but now they have become very, very distant because of some horrible past. And they are just by chance brought back together in one of the strangest places, Casablanca, which is at the time, during World War II, was a port for people trying to get out of Eastern Europe and just trying to get the fuck into an Allied area where they didn't have to worry about the Nazis eating their faces, which is, of course, all of our fears. We just don't want to be turned into a Nazi sandwich. This film stars Humphrey Bogart as Rick Blaine, the main character of the cast, he was a nightclub owner in Casablanca, and he was well known because it's just like a really, really cool place to go, and everybody in Casablanca seems to know Rick Blaine, so he's a really cool character in that sense. He also starts off extraordinarily morose and almost like he just had his heart broken, which brings into play Ingrid Bergman, who plays Ilsa. Ilsa is his love interest, or his ex-love interest, who during World War II, just as the Nazis were coming into France, they had just, he was left by her, and he didn't know why, and he didn't ask any questions. He just came to Casablanca, like, with this really morose attitude, feeling like he had his nuts stomped on. And if you get someone as beautiful as Ingrid Bergman who stomps on your nuts, it's going to hurt for quite a while. Now, what I love about this movie, what I really love about this film is that the characters in it, even the secondary characters, are really, really, really cool. Like, the script writing for all the characters, Captain Louis Renault, he's the police chief of Casablanca, and the back and forths between Humphrey Bogart's character and him are absolutely incredible. It's just like, he's the most, like, lovable, passive police chief ever. He's that kind of guy who, like, he seems like he's just like a wild card. He's really, really awesome. He's this cool character that kind of, he waxes and wanes to whoever's in power. He's more relaxed. He seems like he's like, I don't know, like your really, really cool uncle is the police chief. And no matter how fucked up of a thing that you do, and no matter how much you break the law, if there's a real reason behind it and there's something for him to gain from it, then, he's just going to let it slide. Today, I mean, that shit wouldn't fly at all. He's not by the books in any sense of the term, by the books. Another character that I absolutely love is Dooley Wilson as Sam, the piano player at Rick Blaine's, or Humphrey Bogart's, nightclub in Casablanca. It's because he brings out a really terrible memory of when Ingrid Bergman's character Ilsa leaves Humphrey Bogart. And why I like this is because it really sets up this tone that, like, even though Casablanca is so far away from where Rick Blaine had his heart torn out by Ilsa, it's like he's being followed by this horrible memory. So you can see why he's so incredibly morose. He's really, really torn up about how Ilsa left him, and he just didn't know why. Everywhere he goes, like, Sam in the club, he's just in there playing a song, and when Ilsa comes just by chance into that club, because they're trying to get out of any kind of occupied Nazi places, they're trying to get into America. By chance, she comes in, and she also knows Sam. Sam was there at the same place where Ilsa and Rick Blaine had been in love with each other. So it seems like this horrible past is following him everywhere that he goes. It's just like smacking Rick Blaine over the head. And what I like about Sam is that he's just like this kind of like really, really cool piano player who kind of follows Rick Blaine around and plays these songs that he used to hear with Ilsa, and it's hard to describe how fucking awesome the every single character, feels like every single character in this film is completely connected. Another thing that I like is Peter Lorre. Oh my god, what a creep. Now, if you don't know who Peter Lorre is, his character in this film is Ugart, but I know him much, much better as the sociopath. I wouldn't even say sociopathic. He's a completely psychotic character in this German noir film, M. If you have not seen M, go see M right now, because that film is absolutely incredible. Peter Lorre's character is this guy who is basically forging these little documents for people to be able to get out of Casablanca and into the United States. And you can just tell right off the bat from the way that he's talking to Rick Blaine's character that he is not on the up and up. He's one of the nastiest, slimiest characters, and he looks like... Oh, I feel horrible saying this. Peter Lorre looks like the kind of guy that you could not trust. Like, you don't want to be alone in a room stuck with Peter Lorre. He's probably going to kill you and then, like, eat your skin like one of the Nazis. What was that? That's my Nazi sound. Okay. The main thing that I really do love about this film, the final thing that really blows me away, is the pacing of Ilsa's story. Because the entire time you're kind of wondering why she left Humphrey Bogart's character, and it really very, very slowly unravels as to exactly what her reasoning was. And I won't tell you exactly what the reasoning was, because if you haven't seen this movie, it's extraordinarily worth it to see it. Let's just say that the pacing of this film is really good. I mean, it is a short film. It's 105 minutes, I believe it is. See this movie. I give it 2 huge thumbs up. Casablanca is fucking awesome. It's timeless. The characters are funny. They're really interesting. Peter fucking Lorre's in it. And Peter Lorre is one of the creepiest fucks in the world. And he does not disappoint as his little side character. The side characters get as much... the script pays as much attention to the side characters as it does to the main characters. Every single character in this movie is a character unto himself. I give this 2 thumbs up. Go see it. You will not be disappointed. Rent this, buy this. It's going to be a fucking awesome experience that you're going to remember for a really long time. It's been 13 years since I've seen this movie, and this lasting memory of when I saw this was when my dad actually still lived with us. So, I mean... even this movie has I have a big, huge history with this movie as well. So, go see it and have one hell of a good experience. Peace, guys.